Here's a quick one. We're going to talk for a minute about comments in Unity using JavaScript. So what I've got here is a fresh default Unity scene, and I'm going to create a new script by right-clicking down here in the project window and choosing Create and JavaScript. It'll ask me to name this script, and I'm just going to name it Comments. It doesn't really matter what we name it. And then I'm going to double-click it to open it up into MonoDevelop. Perfect. And now I can see I've got the default JavaScript set up. Now, what are comments good for? Well, sometimes I want to make notes that aren't necessarily code, so I want them to be human readable, but I don't want the compiler to read them. I don't want my game to actually try to execute my plain English notes to myself or to my team. So I could say something like this. I could say, watch this, slash slash, right? That is the sort of the character that's going to start or initialize our single line comment. So I'll say slash slash, this function fires once at the start of the game. Cool, and that describes the start function down below. Now this one could be a helpful note if I'm writing my own functions and it's not obvious what they do right off the bat. So these are super useful. Definitely put them throughout your game to help yourself and also to help your team. Now another thing that can happen is sometimes you need comments that are a bit longer. So maybe I want to say something like the title of my game, which will be Click Quest, and then maybe I'll say, I don't know, author with made here, and then maybe version. And you can see where this is going. I'm starting to make all of these single line comments, but that doesn't actually make much sense. What I should be doing here is I should use my block comments. The way that you do that is with two slashes, but with two asterisks. Now you'll notice that everything after, there's only what's inside of these two blocks, slash asterisk and asterisk slash, will be commented. But I don't have to create a slash slash before every line. So check this out. Now I can say click quest author, oops, Mike, cool. And then I'll say version 1.0.1. All right, so now I've made a slight improvement. Everything in between my block comment right here is all automatically commented, and I can write as much as I want. You could even get into like, whole different stories about what's going on in your code if it helps to explain. If it ultimately makes things easier, commenting will always save you time in the long run. Now, and one more useful thing that programmers use comments for all the time is for disabling chunks of code when they're not needed. So for instance, if I think there may be a bug with my update function somewhere in here, there's a bug in here, right? I can actually go ahead and comment out the entire function, right? And I can see that now that it's turned gray, that it's no longer enabled. A quicker way than doing the block quote manually like that is that I can actually go ahead and select all the lines I want to comment and then use command slash to comment them. And the cool thing is it actually works in reverse too. So if I selected it all and did command slash again, it would uncomment. So it's a really nice little way to toggle on and off with comments. Cool. So there's a little good breakdown for comments. They're definitely super useful, not just for beginners to be able to monitor their code and kind of learn as they go, but also I find as an instructor, commenting is essential for sort of plotting out your lesson, right? So if the challenge is create a cube at the start of your game, then you may have your students say, create cube. And what that does is it rather than have some big complex problem, it allows them to break it down into simpler steps. Create cube, attach, let's see, rigid body component, right? And then add force. So it's not like they're trying to create something and throw it right off the bat. It's breaking it down into chunks that are Googleable, that are researchable, and that they can kind of prove and save and test and make sure that everything's working at every step along the way. So those are comments. I highly, highly suggest using comments, even over using comments at first when you're learning. They'll always save you time in the long run.